Hello students, this is Varun. In trigonometry, next we will start with the trigonometric identities. To start with, let us give a quick recall to the term identity. Well, an equation is called an identity when it is true for all the values of the variables involved. Similarly, an equation involving trigonometric ratios of an angle is called a trigonometric identity. Students, we have three basic trigonometric identities. The first one is sine square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. Then we have 1 plus tan square theta equals to secant square theta. And then we have 1 plus cot square theta equals to cosecant square theta. Since all these three are the identities with the variable angle theta, it means they are universal. Or we can say that these three identities are true for all the values of angles involved. And here we are talking about the angle theta. For any value of theta, these three identities are applicable everywhere. Now we will derive these three identities one by one. Let we have a right triangle ABC, right angled at B, and let theta is the acute angle. Since triangle ABC is right angled at B, so AC becomes hypotenuse, whereas AB and BC, they are two perpendicular sides. Since it is a right angle triangle, so we can use Pythagoras theorem. So in right angle triangle ABC, by using Pythagoras theorem, we get hypotenuse square equals to sum of square of two perpendicular sides, that is AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. And students, first we will work for the first identity, which is sine square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. So for this, let us start. For first one, we have AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. And in first identity, we want sine square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. Or we can say that the sum of square of two trigonometric ratios should be equals to 1, which is one term. It means if we just relate this identity with this equation, then we can say that instead of AC square, we need 1. For that, we have to divide AC square by itself. Means AC square should be divided by AC square only then we will be left with 1. And since we are dividing left hand side by AC square, so we have to divide right hand side by AC square as well. So let us divide both sides by AC square. So we get AC square divided by AC square. This is, we have divided left hand side by AC square. Right hand side will become AB square divided by AC square plus BC square divided by AC square. Now in next step, AC square and AC square, they will get divided and we will left with 1 only. AB square divided by AC square can be written as AB divided by AC the whole square. In the same way, BC square divided by AC square can be written as BC upon AC the whole square. Now, with respect to angle theta, AB is the opposite side and AC is the hypotenuse, and we know that the ratio of opposite sides to that of hypotenuse is sin theta. So, we can replace AB by AC by sin theta, whereas whole square will remain as it is. Similarly, BC divided by AC. With respect to angle theta, BC is the adjacent side and AC is the hypotenuse, and we know that the ratio of adjacent side to that of hypotenuse is cos of theta. So, we write it as cos theta the whole square, and we know that sin theta the whole square is equals to sin square theta, and cos theta the whole square is equals to cos of square theta, whereas one will remain as it is. That is how we get sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. That is how we have derived the first trigonometric identity, that is sin square theta plus cos square theta is equals to 1. Now let us work for the second identity, which is 1 plus tan square theta is equals to secant square theta. Well students, for second identity, till Pythagoras theorem, till this step we have to do like this only. Then after, since in second identity the term which is alone, like on left hand side we have two terms and on right hand side we have one term, and the side in which we have single term, over there we have secant square theta. So if we relate this identity with the relation that we have from the Pythagoras theorem, we may arrive to result that AC square should be converted into secant square theta, and we know that secant theta is the ratio of hypotenuse to that of the adjacent side. If we talk about the angle theta, hypotenuse is AC and the adjacent side with respect to angle theta is BC. So AC square can be converted into secant square theta if it is divided by BC square. And again, since we are dividing left hand side by BC square, so to maintain the equality we have to divide right hand side by BC square as well. So let us start in the similar way as we did in first derivation. We start with the equation that we get from Pythagoras theorem, that is AC square equals to AB square plus BC square. Now by dividing both sides by BC square, so what do we get? AC square divided by BC square is equal to AB square divided by BC square plus BC square divided by BC square. In next step, AC square divided by BC square can be written as AC divided by BC the whole square equals to AB square divided by BC square can be written as AB divided by BC the whole square plus BC square divided by BC square can be written as 1 only. Now, the ratio of AC to that of BC. With respect to angle theta, AC is hypotenuse and BC is base, and we know that the ratio of hypotenuse to adjacent side, ratio of hypotenuse to that of adjacent side is secant of theta. So, AC upon BC can be written as secant theta, whereas whole square will remain as it is. Similarly, AB is the opposite side with respect to theta and BC is adjacent side with respect to theta, and the ratio of opposite sides to that of adjacent side is tan of theta. Whole square will remain as it is plus 1, and secant theta the whole square is equals to secant square theta, sign of equals to as it is, tan theta the whole square is equals to tan square theta plus 1 as it is. And in next step we can write that 1 plus tan square theta is equals to secant square theta. This is how we have derived second relation as well. And students, similarly third relation, or you can say that third trigonometric identity can be derived very easily by dividing both sides by AB square. Like for third one, we start in the similar way, that we have the relation that AC square equals to AB square plus BC square, that is from Pythagoras theorem, and dividing both sides by AB square. So we get AC upon AB the whole square equals to AB upon AB the whole square plus BC upon AB the whole square, and the ratio of AC to AB. With respect to angle theta, AC is hypotenuse and AB is opposite side, and we know that the ratio of hypotenuse to that of the opposite side is cosecant of theta. So, AC upon AB the whole square can be replaced by cosecant theta the whole square equals to AB upon AB the whole square is 1 square, which can be written as 1 plus BC upon AB, following the same way as we followed for AC upon AB. We can say that the ratio of BC to that of AB is cot of theta, whereas whole square will remain as it is. In next step, cosecant theta the whole square can be expressed as cosecant square theta equals to 1 as it is, and cot of theta the whole square can be expressed as cot square theta. That is how we arrived to our third identity, that is 1 plus cot square theta equals to cosecant square theta. So students, these are three basic trigonometric identities which we can use to prove many other identities. Now let us do one sample question to see the application part of these identities. If we are asked to prove the identity that sin of A plus cosecant of A the whole square plus cos of A plus secant of A the whole square is equals to 7 plus tan square A plus cot square A, where A is any angle. So let us start with left hand side. On left hand side we have sin of A plus cosecant A the whole square plus cos A plus secant of A the whole square. Here we use the identity of A plus B the whole square, that is A square plus 2AB plus B square, but for as convention I am just going to write A square plus B square plus 2AB. Then plus, similarly, cos A plus secant A the whole square. It can also be written as cos square A plus secant square A plus 2 times cos of A into secant of A. In next step, I am just going to write sin square A plus cos square A all together. Since in the addition of these trigonometric expressions, both associative as well as commutative properties are applicable. That is why sin square A plus cos square A can be written all together plus cosecant square A as it is plus secant square A will also remain as it is. So we are done with cosecant square A as well as secant square A also. Now we have 2 times sin A into cosecant A and 2 times cos A plus secant A. So let us start with 2 times sin A plus cosecant A first. 2 will remain as it is, sin A as it is, and we know that by reciprocal relations we can write cosecant of A as 1 upon sin A. Since sin and cosecant are reciprocal of each other, that is why I just have replaced cosecant A by 1 upon sin A, or we could even cancel out these two here. Similarly, now we just left with 2 times cos A plus secant A. So again 2 will remain as it is, cos A will remain as it is, and secant of A can be written as 1 upon cos of A. Now we just have done the first identity, that sin square theta plus cos square theta equals to 1. That is why sin square A plus cos square A, it can be replaced by 1. So we are done with sin square A plus cos square A, which is equals to 1. Then we have plus sign, and just we have done that cosecant square A is equals to 1 plus cot square A. So let us put it in a bracket. We are done with cosecant square A as well. Now we have secant square A, and we know that secant square A is equals to 1 plus tan square A. Then we left with 2 times sin A into 1 over sin A. Sin A and sin A, they will get cancelled, and we just left with 2. Similarly, cos A and 1 upon cos A, these two cos and cos A will get cancelled, and again we will left with 2 only. Now let us simplify this expression. So we have 1 plus 1 plus 1 3 plus 2 5 plus 2 7. We have 7 plus cot square A plus tan square A. Which is equals to right hand side, because right hand side is 7 plus tan square A plus cot square A. That is how, by using 3 basic trigonometric identities and other rules of trigonometry, we can solve or we can prove various other identities. Thank you.